Okay, I'm here. We're having a huge difficulty in the... No, I'm just joking. Everything's fine. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Just wanted to mess with you. What happened? I had hold up. I had a joke here coming on. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this back up and running. I had it all set up. And then it made a mistake here. But I wanted to show you guys something funny just to start the day. Get everybody laughing a little bit. If I can. But I might have to move on. Aw, man. What happened? Hold on. Documents. Share X. Screenshots. 414. Search. Oh, yeah. It would be a Brave. Hold on. Well, I think it's funny. I think it's almost worth pushing it. But, man. I was supposed to be working at McDonald's. You know what I mean? And I had the whole McDonald's backdrop. And I set it up before the stream. It was sitting there. I saw it nice and neat. I don't know why it decided. Oh, I know why. You got to hit loop. Yeah. Sorry about that. So here I am working at McDonald's. You know what I mean? I had to take a shift. But they said I could do my live stream from the back here. So, you know, you got people doing burgers and stuff. I'm here hanging out at Mickey D's. So, yeah, if you need a burger, if you need a Big Mac, come see me on the VFW Parkway here in Boston, and you'll be ready to go. So we love you. We appreciate you. But, you know, if you need a Big Mac, if you need something, you know, the milkshake machine's broken, though, all right? I don't know what happened. We can't make milkshakes today. It just keeps breaking. I don't know why it keeps breaking on us. You know what I mean? But anyway, and I think I'm a little blur. All right, let's get into the morning here. Let's break it down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. The beard, huh? Takes away my nice... You know, when you get the beard, you get the more roundedness. Funny, you shave and you see the edges. Very interesting what hair can do. Very interesting. So much going on all the time on the human face. Everybody, I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to break down Bitcoin. We're going to talk about what we see happening throughout the day. If this is going to get worse, what levels to watch, and, you know, what coins are worth actually picking up on the lows. So... Give me a cheeseburger without the cheese. Exactly, right? Happens all the time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Hot fries only. Thank you. Let me get a McGaines. The McRib is back, everybody. The McRib is back. All right? We're going to have it only for the just for this bearish week here to cheer you up. The McRib is back. All right, so let's take a look at 1X trading board, right? Which I actually think this coin is interesting. Sad that it came out in such an insane move, but if you think about it, it's still holding pretty nice gains, right? So you want to look at things that came out February 9th. This thing came out, what, at 6 cents? Boomed all the way to 36, 33. So, like, a lot of coins were up 6x, 7x, 8x, right? And so a pullback would make sense, wouldn't it? Like, nothing goes up forever. I've never seen it. No asset goes up forever. I've never seen it. So what goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. Remember, if you flip this upside down, remember, this is just a dump that's going to eventually move back to the upside. Like, this is just a pump that's going to move back down, right? So look for this level here, the 618 golden pocket, which is also hitting this previous resistance point. But I'm looking at this coin, interestingly enough, and it's on my radar, all right? If it gets a boom, it'll take a bounce off the 618 at 17 and go all the way back to 51. So there's opportunity out here, but you got to get your mind right now. You got to get your mind out of the money that you may have lost. You got to shake it off. You got to ask yourself what you're willing to handle. All right, so that's just something I want to show on your radar that's on, you know, it's kind of got on a cup and handle, but it's a lower handle. I don't really consider that a cup and handle, but let's take a look at BTC, the elephant in the room, right? And, you know, we talked about that long last night in that Sammy Cup and Handy. They came and got the short. I did not open up a long. I want to make that really clear. I was not going to trade last night. I saw this Adam and Eve double top that looked like it was going to break to the downside. It did exactly that, and then it went even further. Right? I guess if you know, I've never taken wick to wick, but see if you took wick to wick, see that wick to that wick, look how you would got the algorithmic move. So I've been learning, look, they use the wick to wick. See that? So I got away from traditional, talking to what happens in traditional stuff, right? Let me just break it down for you. So last night I saw this as an Adam and Eve double top. Clear as day, it's a rounded right side with a sharp angled top side. And they break to the downside about, I'd say 90% of the time. And look, I always would take the move from here, but I'm just taking the wick to the wick. And you can see that's really what gave us the move. There was a gap in the VRVB here too when you lost this point of control, drop to the downside, right? We saw it as a possible cup and handle last night. And you have a low, you have a high. You do have a higher low though, right? Are you going to come for more downside is the question for Bitcoin. And we're going to break that down for you right now. We're going to have some fun doing it. And we're going to explore what's happening, all right? So here we are with the RSI getting low on the daily. The stochastics headed below the dotted line. And Bitcoin showing some signs of life here without breaking this low. So we can still say there's support at 61,900 until we lose that. The next big area we would probably drop to is $52,800, $53,000. There's a gap in the VRVP. We did already lose this high volume node here, sticking out. You see that? Once you lose that node, you're likely to come drop to this node and then possibly to this bigger idea here at about 43,000. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to happen. I'm just telling you that it's a possibility. All right. And if you don't think it's possible, then you won't be ready for it. If you're not ready for it, you're going to be blindsided. All right. So a bit of a, ascending triangle here, or symmetrical. In my mind, it was a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles, we got to fake out. I even said, watch them fake it out, break it down, break it back up, and then rip to the upside. Remember, I went over this. I said, they'll fake us up, they'll fake us down, and then they'll break us out of here. I said, why wouldn't they liquidate everybody they can before they get the move to the upside, right? I'm being optimistic. At the same time, this is a bit of a double bottom. Unless we break 61.8, it just, you know what I mean? So you got to take right now that as support, period. So you take it one step at a time. Bang, bang, bang. So off this level, we get a bounce 61,500. All right. And then there could be a bearish retest that could send us lower. If we break back inside here, that'll be bullish. And then look, we might make a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder here that could push us further to the upside. So it's not all horrible. It's not the worst thing in the world, but there's we do have to look at it for what it is. So right now the daily getting oversold, but the weekly really has been on my radar, right? And I talk about the weekly being too far for the 21-day moving average. If we came and tapped this, it would be so bullish. It would just represent a variable. In a bull run, though, I'll tell you, the last bull run we had right here, we never tapped the 21-day moving average. We came really close to it, but we did not tap it. We did a dip like this, and this looks a lot like what we're seeing now. This looks like a lot like what we're seeing right here. All right. Let's see our last rally. I'm going to go to the all-time history index here and just kind of break down the relationship between the 21 MA and price action. All right. Everyone wants the immediate, but you got to zoom out and really look at things for what they are to get the knowledge. All right. So you can clearly see here in every bull run, here we tapped it at the beginning of the run. We went on a run. We tapped the 21. We tapped the 21. We do not lose the 21-day moving average unless it begins to be somewhat of a bear market. So right there, bearish times. All right. You get it? So that was the beginning of the bear when we really lost the 21 of the weekly. You got it. Like at that point, you got to bounce. You know what I mean? Right there when we lost the 21 on the weekly. 21 on the weekly. All right. Now here we got the recovery because they printed money and I was able to find the divergence. And, I don't know how I pulled this one off, but all I did, honestly, I pulled this move off here and called a bottom. I bought Bitcoin and I bought Phantom and everything. We made a lot of money on this call. I pulled a fib and I saw that we were at the 618.65. I said, that's a coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. And, that saved me. And there was also a bullish divergence. All right. And it was also, look, there's a little bit of hidden because you could have swung this to the upside and swung that down. And that was hidden bullish divergence as well. All right. Bang, bang, bang. One thing I want to show you on the monthly chart, right? We had hidden bullish of the monthly. I pointed this out in front of everybody before anyone even knew. And I said, this tells you that you're likely going to break this high, right? Hidden bullish divergence of the monthly. Look, it played out exactly like it's supposed to. That's textbook hidden bullish. I talked about this over and over again, saying that it was a 90% accurate signal that you would break this high. Hidden bullish says that 90% likely you're going to break this high before you break this low. And I'm telling you, I've seen it 100% of the time almost. I don't want to say 100 because there could be a black swan on anything, but it's like 95% accurate. My mentor who taught me this, Jacob Canfield, he said, I used to trade this blind, man. And when he said blind, I was a young trader. I said, what are you talking about? Like, basically, just tossing money in right when we find this indicator and waiting for a few weeks. This thing plays out more than you would ever see in your life. Hidden bullish divergence. Look at the monthly, though. Getting to a topping period here. The last time we were this high on the monthly, though, we did hang out for a while. And we still got a rally here. So it could be the beginning. But at the same time, I mean, Bitcoin's only been this high on the monthly 1, 2, 3, 4 times in its life. It has been a pretty overbought area. Not the best time to start buying Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. However, I did buy a Bitcoin in the dip recently. So it is what it is. Like, I figured anything below 70K, between 50 and 70K is a steal. That's how I look at it. And so I'll be purchasing throughout that time period for the next 2-3 months. If that's what we're going to see, that's what I'm going to take advantage of. I believe we are the opportunity, and we can find opportunity all the time, everywhere, as long as we stay focused, believe in ourselves, and believe we are the opportunity. It's our mind that creates the opportunity. And I say this every single day, but I know someone needs to hear it every day. When your mind is in the gutter, when you think you're not worth it, when you can't get where you want to go, there's that friction to life, and you got to remove that friction so you can start to move smoothly to the upside. So the monthly also tells me that we have some stress here for Bitcoin, right? Very far away from the 21-day moving average. Like, anytime you make that gap away, it's just, it bears watching. And then now you're about to have a bearish engulfing candle on the monthly, possibly. And anytime the monthly turns bearish after a big run right there and right there, I mean, that's usually a sign for a pretty big pullback. Could we be seeing a bigger pullback for Bitcoin? There's a possibility. I have to be really honest with us all right? I don't mean to be the bearer of bear news, but everyone else on Twitter is telling you, just keep buying. It just keeps going up. Honestly, I'm the only guy telling you I have no idea where it's going to go. I every single day tell you, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I do not know where Bitcoin's going, because I saw too many people claim they know where Bitcoin was going, and they wrecked everybody. Yeah, it has to keep going up. The ETFs have to keep buying. They'll tell you whatever you want to hear. You know what I mean? The narrative will always be keeping you in the dark. That's why technical analysis is not a narrative. It's right there for you. It tells you exactly what you should be looking at. The 21 away from the 200 from the price action. Whenever I've seen that, there's been a bit of a pullback. Period. I've said it over and over again on this channel till I was blue in the face, and you can see that's how I trade. It's my trading style. Let me jump back into the 1-minute chart. I want to see if I'm missing my signal here. I feel like I was about to see a signal. Okay, yeah, we lost the 200 SMA, and that was a short signal immediately. Once you lose the 200 on the 1 minute, short. Look at that. Beautiful short there. Beautiful short there. Beautiful short there to the downside for Bitcoin. All right. We're going to break down the smaller time frames. We're going to get to it in a second. So the weekly, to me, looks like it's going to come. And again, the way this is looking, it looks like it could break that. Possibly test 46,000 and make this giant cup with a handle to the upside, right? Again, you got to watch your fibs. We're going to take wick to wick here. And you can see the fib is the 618 Fibonacci at $52,000. We've been talking about it. That coincides with these resistances right there that have a beautiful support. That would be our next major macro support area if we do happen to lose 61,060K. All right. So it is what it is there on the weekly. So I hope you understand that there definitely could be more downside to 52,000. Stop listening to people that tell you that it has to bounce immediately. Stop listening to people who tell you prices only keep going up. You know why? Because I don't want to mention the name, but there was one guy that I really like and respect, but he was just like overly bullish, and he just like forced people like, no, he didn't force anyone, but like every night it never stops. It never stops. And maybe we get the ETF on Monday, and maybe things start to pump. But like, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Yeah. If you don't sell, it's not doing anything to you. I like what he's saying. Yeah, if you don't sell, it doesn't matter. It's just kind of like a flip book that's going by, but you're not really reacting to the book. So, but here, previous resistance at 65,500. That's our key level that I'm going to talk about over and over again. Can we close a weekly candle back above 65.5? I always said once we close a weekly candle below 65.5, I will become more bearish, right? Every time we didn't do it, it would look good. It looked better and better and better and better. There's still a chance this weekly candle closes tonight above 65.5. It's not over yet, everybody. It's not over yet. But the likelihood of coming down to this 21-day moving average, the likelihood of making this smooth, look, one quick move to the downside is very high. The stochastics RSI, my go-to time frame. You know when I'm on a 1 minute and they get this high, I tend to jump on out of the chart, right? So I'm just showing you, these are all the indicators that I teach you guys. Whenever we're in a big trade and I see that we're away from the 21 and the stokes are high, I tell you to take some profits, right? That's what we do here on this channel every single day. Can you help me find an entry on Wolf? God bless it. Thank you for everything you do. Shout out to Server One. We love you. We appreciate you. Bitcoin should bottom around 4K. One love. Yeah. Another thing that I'm seeing, which is a little weird to me, is that's a swing down while that's a swing up, right? That's bearish divergence on the weekly chart. I remember mentioning this, and then another YouTuber was like, bearish divergence on the weekly is not a big deal. We don't really look at that. And I was looking at the guy like, you have over 100,000 subscribers and you don't think bearish divergence on the weekly is a big deal? Man. So this is something you got to pay attention to, in my humble opinion. You know, you could say, actually, you know what? I'll do something for you. I could say this was the divergence here. It played out already. And then if you try to go again, you'd have this uptrend. And this is still in an uptrend. So I'll give it to you. I will battle the idea that that's not bearish div. All right. But what I'm telling you right now is this is bearish divergence. When this swing up is such a violent swing up, and you don't match that violent swing up, you see it? They're both up, but that's such a more violent, and that will, if that continues and that continues, they'll hit each other. Divergence is when two angles will divide each other. All right. So, you know, a pullback looks very likely. 52,000 looks very likely. However, we have some support at 60,000. We'd have to break that. So unless we break 60 and unless we break 58.8, which is this level and this level, see these two levels here on the weekly right there and right there, I just don't see, you know, we can't get more downside. So we will have to break those two levels to get more downside, period. 64,000 holding pretty nicely for Bitcoin. All right. And this is your Sunday morning stream. I tend to be in and out so you can get back to your family, back to church, whatever you're doing. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be proud. You know what I mean? Everyone's in panic. Could see a massive pump tonight. Anything is possible, honestly. Let's get back into the 3-day chart and see what's happening on my so my 3-day says, you know, look, shoulder, head, shoulder, even on the RSI, suggesting more downside back to that oversold region on the RSI. The RSI is cooked. You know what I mean? Wants to come on down. That's definitely bearish div on the 3-day, in my humble opinion. That is a form of bearish divergence. That's an M pattern, in my humble opinion, on the 3-day. M patterns break to the downside 68% of the time to 52,500. That would also, Fibonacci is funny. People say, what time frame do you ride the Fibonacci on? Fibonacci doesn't change with the time frame. Look, the daily, 618. The 7-day, 618. That's when I know I'm dealing with a beginner. They're like, but what time frame should I draw the fib on? I'm like, the fib's level doesn't change no matter what time you're on. You know what I mean? It's always going to be that 618 no matter what. No matter if you're on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, it does not matter. Unless you're drawing a local fib, that depends, right? Anyway. So just the rookie question I get sometimes is, what time frame should I pull the fib on? It doesn't matter. I usually use it on the daily or the weekly, though. The bigger time frames, you can see more of what's happening. So that's an M pattern, all right? You can see a little bearish div here, too, as this swung down, right? There was bearish divergence on the daily. That did bounce us down. Now we got to bounce back up, and we started to make this beautiful channel, and this is what got people kind of just waiting. At the same time, we could bounce back inside here and still rip to the upside. This could be a bear trap. It very well could be. So, Sam, you've said a bunch of things. You've said 52. You said a bear trap. You're confusing me. You said 7 things at once. What the heck are you talking about, Sam? How did I learn from you if you're all over the board? I'm not all over the board. I'm telling you levels that we must watch because price action moves in basically confirmations. Right now, we've confirmed a bounce off of 61,000, right? We've confirmed a bounce off 61.5 off this high volume node. There's a chance we could still get back inside this sauce and make a move. All right. It's not all, so I'm waiting on confirmation. A real trader does not know where price action is going to go. All the other YouTubers, you're used to them telling you what they think is going to happen all the time. I don't do that. I don't tell you what I think is going to happen. I show you the charts and we take it from there, step by step, right? So we lost a beautiful channel. It was over. Are we going to bearishly retest? Are we going to get back inside? Could we make a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder and break back inside? There's a chance. Or do we get rejected by here and go further to the downside? Bitcoin must break back above 65,005 to remain bullish. That weekly support or resistance. All right. Okay. Shout out to everybody here. And I got that pinned comment too. If you want to join my trading group and get the knowledge that I teach, you'd be able to understand what was happening likely to the market before it happened. You'd see a lot more insight. You wouldn't be reading the news and you wouldn't pay attention to the nonsense on crypto Twitter all the time. You'd be able to see right through it by using the charts. You'll be able to long or short whatever you want, make money either way. So right off the bat, I mean, we see this falling wedge, right? broadening falling wedge, in my humble opinion. Right? I've seen these before. Bottom, top, and you would break back to the top of the pattern at least. And could you get back inside the bigger pattern? All right? Chance this is just a crazy liquidation and we get to move back to the upside. The 4 hour suggests we are getting it in bounce. I mean, that's a double bottom to Stokes. You know what I mean? You don't really have a bullish div, though, that's really strong. You know, I'd like to see a more stronger bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame, similar to this one here. It's just swung down, but this was pretty flat and to the upside here. That was a very strong bullish div. We did get the bounce, but we could not get back above the previous high. All right. We'll get rid of that for now. We don't need to see it, but I just wanted to point that out to you. So usually you don't buy the high on the RSI, so it's telling me that we may go, right, make one more nasty capitulation wick. Boom, right? This comes up, makes another high, and boom. Then we get the bullish div on the 4 hour time frame. Then we get a chance to move back to the upside. I would like a stronger bullish divergence on this 4 hour time frame. All right. So here's the deal. Where's our local support or resistance? It's right here. Bounce, resistance. We're kind of right at a key area right here. If Bitcoin can't flip 64.8, expect more downside. And we tried to flip it earlier today on this 4 hour time frame. 1 hour and 39 minutes left. So you got to get back above 64,800 to even talk about being bullish. Because that's your previous, wherever your previous local resistance is, you must break it first. You break that first, then you can start to get back in here. So we can't even start a bullish talk. We can't even talk about resurfacing into this pattern unless we break back above 64,800. So write that number down. That would be a key level. I wouldn't even begin to long, you know what I mean? Unless we got like for a swing trade, because I'm looking for strength. When I long swing trades, I'm looking for strength. I'm not looking for complete reversals. I'm not looking to catch the bottom. I'm looking for price action to get back above key levels, make a flag, and then be able to use that support or resistance for a quick little swing. All right. We always go down before or after the halving, usually for a week before and a month after. Now is the time to buy your coins for the last leg of the bull run. Do you think Bitcoin is starting to resemble gold due to its limited supply? If so, war could be a good time for Bitcoin. I expect war to be great for Bitcoin. And I'm sorry to say that. I don't want anything to be great for, I don't want to see the pain of other people. And moment of silence for anyone involved in the war, all the ups and downs. Dear Lord, we don't know why all these, ups and downs of negative energy seem to flood our way inside this earth. But we know with your strength, we stay positive no matter what. We know we can't live in fear if we go back to the Creator who made us from whence we came. So will we go back, right? So what do we have to worry about? The devil is the only thing that makes you fear, because the devil thinks that God doesn't exist. So then you don't think you can go back to God. So then you think you have nothing. So, the worst trick the devil ever played was teaching you that he didn't exist, making you think that he wasn't real. All right? That's why I always worry about, when someone's like, I don't believe in God. I'm like, well, that probably means you don't believe in the devil. And the devil's in the details, man. Anyway, at the same time, I appreciate every walk of life and every human on this earth, no matter what you believe, as long as you believe in love, light, and happiness, and you want other people to do great. If your religion is to help others, if you don't have to know anything about, in my humble opinion, I don't push any religion on anyone else, right? I just push the fact that you live in love and help others. If you do that, there's people that read the Bible, go to church, preach Jesus every day, and then they're horrible people to their neighbors. You know what I mean? They go to church all the time, they pray every day, but they're nasty people. So, you know what I mean? Who do you think God wants in his kingdom? A person who just treats others with love, light, and kindness. My mother was not a religious person. My mother never said the word of Jesus. My mother never preached Jesus. My mom didn't do any of that. But she never spoke badly about anybody. She preached light, love, and happiness. She was such a blessing to everyone I know. And to me, if I can emulate that type of behavior, I know I'm going to be doing good things with my life. You know what I mean? So, I just love you all no matter what, man. And so love is my religion. And if love is your religion, let's get a 333 in the comment section. If you want to see people prosper around you, if you teach others your knowledge, if you help everybody every single day of your life, if you make sure that you're doing something for somebody every single day of your life, put a 333 in the comment section. Let's go, baby. Let's go. If you're dedicated to the rest of the world, if you want to see your brother win, put a 333 in the comment section if you want to see your brother win, man. God is great, bro. God is good always and every day. And there's opportunity here every single day of our lives, baby. So look, we could be bearishly retesting 64.8, already showing signs of a move to the downside. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour looks horrible. And the 1 hour looks like it's about to take us dizzy down, right? So look at the 1 hour, and look, it's in a slanted Adam and Eve. You see it? 1, 2, slanted Adam and Eve, likely to come down to the bottom here. So look, that's an Adam and Eve pattern that's slanted. You see it? And look at the 1 hour about to take us down. So I see the 1 hour dumping us down to 61,000 likely today. Looks like it's about to happen as we speak. So just be careful. I do see more downside here for Bitcoin. I really do. I see more downside for Bitcoin. Likely we're headed all the way back down to 60,300 for BTC. All right. Okay. Woke up and had to share right away. Amen. I know some of the churches people, even the rest of the world, would show a perfect person in her. Yeah, exactly. I had a dream that you came over to my house and we chatted about a lot. Life, death, love, wealth. You said to me, it didn't matter what my beliefs were as long as love was in my heart. Amen. 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 And maybe we really did connect to a dream. Anyone want to buy the house? I'm going to need the money. Crazy, right? So I do see a move to the downside here for Bitcoin. The 1 hour looks like it's going to take us further down. The target is 61,500 for BTC. All right. Sunday's not my favorite day to trade. There will be heavy volatility today. The only thing I'm seeing is kind of we have the money printer here. We got a nasty div. We got pulled away for the 21. And now we got tight moving averages, which like to pump up to the 200 SMA here. But look, we're losing a point of control. We lost that key level that I showed you, 64,800. And this is looking like it's going to get pinned further to the downside. I look at the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour wants to take us down, baby. So I see a move to the downside all the way to 61,360 for Bitcoin. And that's my call for the day. We'll come back tonight at 8 p.m. to find out if I was correct or not. And I'll have to face the music, right? And that's what I like about my channel. I don't shy away from what I do. I can't say something and run away. I have to be here every single day. That's a lot of responsibility. So that means my TA has to be spot on because I'm going to be back to face the music the second I say what I said, right? We're about to dump to the depths of hell. Hidden bullish on AVAX. 1 day time frame. See you at $1. Let's go. We expected volatility today and opportunities on trades. Math lines up close to 59.8. The only YouTube I watch for crypto that I enjoy. Love your work, mate. From Australia. Shout out to Tyler James. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you for being here. Shout out to you, Tyler. We love you. Iran done with the assault. What would fuel this dump and selling? And it's funny. Since when do you tell everyone what you're going to do? We're sending drones on you in an hour. Okay, thank you. We're going to set up the defense systems. It just seems like a parade. Like it seems like a charade to me. Like, don't you just attack without saying a word? Do you tell your enemies what you're about to do? We will attack you in 1 hour. Be prepared. It's just so weird, right? The strangest thing I've ever seen. Seems like theater to me. But you tell me, I don't know. I just don't live in fear, so it's hard to get me jostled and freaked out and believing in the nonsense. You know what I mean? So, bang, bang, bang. What a joke. That is all. It's fake. Long. Total theater. Yeah. It was leaked info. In 2 days, we will send 500 rockets. Yeah, exactly. Facts. Why would they create a war environment on purpose? Any speculations, right? So many bears foaming at the mouth. I would not be surprised for them to get wrecked by the bulls. I just go by the stochastics RSI. They're overbought on the 1 hour time frame, likely for a move to the downside. And again, you don't have to think how I think. I have my own set of thoughts that have got me through so much in my life, and a lot of people don't agree with my thoughts. They're usually really wacky and different. But I'll tell you what, my wacky and different thoughts have put me in a different place than most people. And so I continue to have my wacky and different thoughts because they provided me such a beautiful life and they provided me such beautiful guidance. And I've never really had to cross-reference it with anybody else. I believe in my instincts and my own core has got me through. You drop me inside of a jungle with nothing, I will find a way out unless I get eaten by a lion. Your life or invert charts. Tell me what to think. Iran is Persia in the end times. The flush before the halving. How original. I want some apple pie, warm, with ice cream today. Interesting. The U.S. found out and told everyone. Then Iran just doubled down. Yeah. Anyone who thinks you cut your love. I'm still believe that we're going to have a left translated cycle with a top because Iran position in Bitcoin shorts at 70K, then sell at 64K. Yeah. Left translated cycle with a top to December, February. A left translated cycle with a top. Some think we're going to have a right translated cycle, an early top in September, November. SUKU is easy money. War sucks. Loss of life sucks. Yeah, it's just weird. Why can't the human race stop fighting each other? Like, what are we trying to prove? I mean, it just... I get it, though. It's like, it's Northern Ireland, man. It's the same idea. Like, you killed my father, he killed my brother. You know what I mean? It just goes on and on. Right? So I see a move here somewhere down to about 61,500 for Bitcoin. All right? The small time frames are the only things that could kind of save the day here. The 7-minute. So here's the deal. What would negate what I just told you? If the 7-minute can get back above this 200 SMA. But I told you we had a chance to get above it here, but then we got tight. Whenever we're in a downtrend and the moving averages get very tight, a likely move to the downside ensues. So you would get a bunch up here, and then you'd probably you might look for the bearish retest. Try to get back inside this pattern, bearishly retest, and come all the way down to the downside. Right? U.S. imperialism. Yeah. They have been fighting with each other for thousands of years because they pray to different gods. Is the earth actually flat, right? Yeah. Let's go SUKU. That's why the US dollar is worth anything, sadly. Let's take a look at SUKU. So we got a pretty good handle on what's happening for Bitcoin, and we can see what's going down. All right. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Wow, SUKU had a huge move. It just came right back down now. I don't know, man. I did like it. It hit the target, and that was about it for SUKU. So it's into the day to, if anything, I would be shorting Bitcoin or watch it a short. I don't like to trade Sundays, even though it's Sunday, it's just low volume. But again, we might get massive volume, right? You never know. It's definitely unprecedented times, right? So you take profits of what you can. You pay attention to what's happening, right? You need power only when you want to do something harmful. Otherwise, love is enough to get everything done. Amen. Amen. If you live in love, you cannot be denied. Why get yourself filled with negative energy, negative feelings, and just negative emotions? Bang, bang, bang. Who's Saul, right? Another crash coming today. Will it repeat the last 2 days? I don't know what's going to happen. I never told you I did. I have no idea what Bitcoin's going to do. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, right? I don't. It's like a slight bullish dip, but it's really not strong enough. It's not really that great. It's kind of having a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, right? If it makes that other secondary right shoulder, and you're going down further too. So the only way I would long if the 7-minute breaks above the 200 SMA and we retest 64.8. That's your low. And then you'd get a bounce off this top trend line, and you get a move to the upside. You could try to make this like a slanted Adam and Eve, but it's really you're pressing. So I'm showing you that there's more likelihood of a move to the downside unless we breach this 200. So wait for this to breach out. If that happens, a nice little long may ensue up to 66,000. And as I showed you, it's not all bad. There is some chances that we can get out of here. All right, there is some chances. What's up with Donald? I don't know, man. Good morning, lifers. Sending love. Shout out to Jackson Crawford. Shout out to everybody here. If you're full of love right now, I want to see you put a 333 in the comment section. If you're full of love and you know that you're going to just have a wonderful life, put a 333. If you're going to create a wonderful life for yourself no matter what, put a 333 in the comment section. I want to see that right now. I'm going to do it myself. Look, because I want to live in love. All right? See how many people want to live in love that are full of light, love, and energy. All right? Look at all you beautiful people doing that. Rave Song Records with the hearts. My man with the hearts. Board Type Crow with the 333. Jason with the 333. All these beautiful people here doing just loving life, man. I love it. You're the people I want to be around my whole life. You're the people I want to chill with. You're the people that I want to share my life with. I love each and every one of you for being here. Blessings on blessings. Wow. Comments are coming in so hot right now. How many people we got? 1,165 people, 328 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's spread that love, baby. Let's show more people what love is like. All right. So, yeah, I mean, not looking good for me. Or if you want, if you're trying to long Bitcoin, not looking amazing, in my humble opinion. I do see the potential way out. We breach this 200 SMA. Usually, though, the 200 SMA lingers here, and you pump up to it, then you get above it. When the 200 SMA gets pulled into price action, and you've already had another look, you're tight here, you dump. You're tight here, you dump. You flip this upside down, kind of similar, right? You get the pump when they're tight. You get the pump when they're tight. You breach this point of control, you're going to move up to this high volume node at 62,000. All right. I just subscribed, brother. Shout out to Mohammed, man. Salam alaikum. Thank you. All right. Someone said WIF is on a rocket right now. I mean, it went from $2 to $2.74. All right. But if you think about how much money got put into WIF and how many people are still into WIF for the very, very beginning stages. And so they're up so big, they don't want to give up that gain. And they have so much hopes and dreams of a bigger move. But you got these broadening falling wedges that are, they break out just like a falling wedge will over time. Well, it looks like you come right back down and test that 618 a couple times, right? So the only thing I would really be touching WIF if I was going to swing trade it would see it get back above 330, 343, right? It gets back above 343, boom, to the upside. And then it gets all the way up to 585 for its next target. You'd be looking for the shoulder, the head, and a bit of a right shoulder here for a move to the upside for WIF, right? Then it'll make some type of symmetrical triangle, and we break on out. There's a chance this happens. There's also a chance it dips down here, and we, but I don't know. Is it going to go all the way back to its bottom low at 22 cents? Anything is possible if it doesn't have a use case. You just got to remember that. Sam, my brother, I took your course and won't tell me. I lost 25K yesterday. Sam, took your course and won't tell me stuff. I don't understand. My brother took your course and won't tell me stuff. Sam, my brother took your course and won't tell me stuff. I lost 25K yesterday. So if I take your course, would I be able to understand all those yellow and green and blue numbers on your chart? Yes, you would, man. Take the course. All right? Take the course. All right? Half my alt bag still up at nice profits. That's insane, right? You own Pangolin. How far do you see it going? I don't own any Pangolin. I don't own Pangolin. I wish I did. There was times where I wish I did, but I do not. I mean, Pangolin went tight, look, but barely dipped compared to the rest of the market. See, you're basically seeing the same thing. Bitcoin bearishly retests and dumps. This will dump. Bitcoin gets back inside its channel. This gets back inside the channel, right? So watch Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, Pangolin will likely follow, in my humble opinion. All right. Let's take a look at the total market cap at all of cryptocurrency and see what's brewing here on the big weekly chart. This is the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency, everything. All right. Key levels to watch, areas to look at. Now remember, we didn't hit the all-time high in total, right? We came right to here. And then 267, we went all the way to 3 trillion and then to 2.67, all right? Then we bounced here off of 1.625, all right? Resistance, couldn't get above it, got above it here. Then we have some support here because look, previous resistances, we wicked right to that area. A little closer to the 21 than Bitcoin is. And again, look, we never made the all-time high like Bitcoin did. Just to make a point, right? The total market cap never made an all-time high. All right. Actually made a lower low of a lower high. So lower high. What if it made a lower low? And that was a downtrend. I'm just saying, generally you need to break the high to continue to the upside. So same story here. Looks like we're going to get a big bounce. But that could just be the dead cat bounce to come on down. And once we get the bounce, everyone's going to say that the rally's back again. But it may be a longer awaited plan here. Something like this, back to the 21, touch the 50, and get a move back to the upside. Very rarely we lost the 21 there, but only in these massive dumps. Usually you do not lose the 21, like I said before, on Bitcoin. Yeah. I told you Bitcoin was dumping. Why are you acting like you're surprised, right? I told you Bitcoin was likely going to the downside. I'm very accurate. I'm one of the most accurate people I know when it comes to trading. I watched all the other YouTubers and tried to listen to them. Then I did my own thing, and I found I was pretty accurate compared to the people I used to watch, right? So again, that sounds pompous and rude. I'm just giving you state facts, though. These are just the facts. So once I saw how accurate the system that I used was, I stopped using anyone else's system but my own. This told me we were going down. You lost the point of control. You were you couldn't get above the 200 SMA. very likely you're headed to the downside. Very, very likely. The 1 hour also is pointing down on the stochastics RSI. Meanly. All right? That's a bearish engulfing candle at this point. You can put all these candles in there. I mean, that's dump city. And so I just told you there was a dump coming at about 64,000. We're already back at 63,587. Is anybody in gains on a short right now? Is anybody in gains on a short? You got to short the market at this point to make gains. All right? That is what it is. We're in a downtrend now. You got to use the trend in your advantage. All right? If you want to make gains, you got to short the market, right? That's it. If you don't know how to short, just keep watching and pay attention. All right? Still not late to own Pangolin. It's under 100 million market cap. I 100% agree with you. Pangolin looks like a really nice buy, and it's holding its gains very, very nice. All right? I'm up 10% in the short. Shout out to John, Crypto Coiner. And shout out to Crypto Wifer. We got to jump on out of here. All right, everyone. I love you. I appreciate you. I just called a short for Bitcoin. You know, level that you may get a little bit of a break here. You got a little bit of level there at 63,900, but it's not amazing. All right? So, shout out to Raw Dogged. Wow. Shout out to Michael Mike. Shout out to Nicole Joyce, Patrick Feltz, BJ Drillers, Oral Lee, Jennifer Moffitt. I can't put any more of my savings into crypto just in case, God forbid, my job is lost. Always keep some cash at the sidelines. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's good to keep some cash on the sidelines. Bang, bang, bang. I don't live in fear, though. I believe God will somehow help me and some opportunity will always come in. I've gotten to the very basis of my life where I've had nothing left, really. And I've just had faith in God, and somehow, some way, everything has gone my way over time. And so every time I have any doubt, I tell myself, why am I doubting the Lord, right? So look, the 7-minute is oversold. We could be getting a bounce here. I'm just telling you, the 1 hour doesn't look amazing. You'd watch your 7-minute. The 7-minute's going to do one or two things. It's going to try to come back up right now because the Stokes are really low. So I do see the 7-minute trying to hold face and get back above it. If this 7-minute can get back above this 200 SMA, look for the 15-minute 200 SMA to be hit and look for a short squeeze here. There is a chance that we break out. We retest 64.8 and we get a move to the upside. I'm telling you, this is possible. So watch your 7 and your 15-minute right now. They're going to be your go-tos. This is what's going to happen. I can tell you what the likelihoods of this is going to either stay down here and get pressed by the 1 hour and we're going to dump. I believe that's the most likely scenario, that we're going lower because we lost a point of control and we lost this beautiful trend line. However, there's a chance we try to reverse back up here on the 7-minute. There's a chance the 7-minute, boom, 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 we break the 200 SMA. When we retest the 7-minute, we bang off that and we get a move to the upside and we defy it, right? Yeah, McDonald, I asked them to pay me in Bitcoin. They say they could do that. So, I'm going to get my shift at the end of 2 weeks here. And so that's how I would play it. I would watch the 15-minute and the 7-minute. They will actually confirm or deny whether that 1 hour is going to do it on the smaller time frames. All right. Come on, previous dump, now pump again. What now? 7-minute got rejected off the POC. Exactly. Where are we on BookMap? Let's take a look at BookMap. Link in the description below to BookMap. If you want to jump on into BookMap, I can't wait to see you guys in there. BookMap shows us where liquidity is. They want 60,000 too. So BookMap also suggests they got a 72 up there way high, but it's just like, that guy's going to sell when we finally get up there. I don't know what that's all about. But the deepest red is 62.9, and then below it is 60,000. This also, corroborates my story that we're going to go lower because we have liquidity below us. All right. Anyways, I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. And again, I speculate, at the end of the day, war is war, right? A missile hitting somebody is a missile hitting somebody, right? So prayers for everyone out there that could be going through pain. I hope, innocent people, looks like they're going to be losing their lives, which is just always the course. Like people that just go to work every day and don't bother anyone are the people that end up getting hit pretty hard. It's pretty sad, right? Anyway, I got to go with my wife. I got to help her. Guys, I am moving to another state. I have to furnish the house. I'm moving into a new house that has no furniture in it. So I have to go, and I got to go spend a bunch of money and furnish the house, no matter what. No matter what's happening in the market, right? I got to buy beds. I got to buy, all sorts of nonsense, right? I got to buy stools for the booth. I got to buy a lot of things. So I got to just today be happy that my wife and me get to go shop for furniture and just, take a deep breath and take, it's not easy though. I'm in the furniture store and all I can think about is you guys, Bitcoin, my trading group, my life. It's not easy. It's not easy. But, 2 or 3 years, 4 or 5 years will go by and I'll look back on this time. And I remember being this depressed many parts of my life. And I look back and you only have one life. You don't want to waste it being sad. You don't want to waste it, in a mental state that doesn't feel comfortable. And so I've learned to keep my mental state always feeling great, always pushing myself, and always believing myself. So I love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys later on tonight at 8 p.m. But I do see this going further to the downside, my friends, and that's just kind of what I see for Bitcoin. All right, so unless the 7-minute can somehow miraculously break back above this 200 SMA, which is very unlikely, I see a 1-hour dump down to 61,200 for BTC. All right, everybody, I love you. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for your viewership, your time, and your constant support, no matter what, in these insane times. I'm going to show up every single day for you, no matter what. I'm not going to shy away from this market. I'm going to be here for you every single day. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. But the charts will tell us what's most likely going to happen. And if we stick to the charts, we're going to be able to be probably the most accurate and mentally stable people in this entire space. So I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I thank you for your time. $29 in chat revenue, 1,258 people, 432 likes. I love you all, and I thank you. Blessings on blessings, and I'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your life. You know, this is the day the Lord has made. God bless you all. I got to get back to making some milkshakes here, and so just come see me at the VFW Parkway here if you want to get some, you know, I don't know. My favorite is the, the double quarter pounder, so I'll be whipping those up for you guys. All right, you want ketchup and cheese, pickles, let me know. I'll be here going back to work, so I'll be there making... Hey, everybody, I am the manager, though. I am the manager, so I tell people what to do here. Hey, can we get some of these here? Yeah, we got some customers that want some Big Mac. Yeah, we got a quarter pounder. Yeah. Let's get it going, Today's going to be a great day here at McDonald's. Let's go, baby.